I love it. I love this song.
And the Power Hour is live. If you want to watch us do the chicken dance.
And like you said, one of your best ideas ever, Chris, is if Mark Laurie and Alex Rodriguez would play this the last game that Glenn Taylor attends at Target Center, it would be the ultimate troll.
It'd be so good.
Just walk him out.
And they give
Security.
free chicken to the entire crowd.
Yep.
What is the plan for, how does this transition work?
I don't know. I just don't know. It's like,
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway,
Were the
KFAN.com
chickens celebrating?
I don't know.
I think they should celebrate.
Suppose they're all sick right now. They all got the flu.
Oh, so sad. Hey, Ben, guys, I know we got to do sports, but it's time for questions with Ben.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Ben, please answer question. Guys, listen. Make note, if you would, if you want any follow-ups, because we're going through these quickly. I want him to answer off the top of his head. I don't want to have time to think. So if you have follow-up questions, we'll come back to them, okay? Number 1, Ben, have you ever gone skinny dipping?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, have you ever used a fake ID?
Yes.
Have you ever taken magic mushrooms?
Yes.
Have you ever dined and dashed?
Yes.
Would you lick a homeless person's feet for $10,000?
No.
But you'd have to go to the bank first, right?
Yep.
Have you ever taken a picture of your poop?
Yes.
Would you rather have a threesome with 2 little people or 2 people 7 foot tall?
Boy,
That's a huge bitch.
Probably 2 7-footers. Yeah, Tommy's getting leg extensions. Yeah.
Have you ever thrown up in a taxi or Uber?
No.
Who fired you from the Rams?
Was it Devaney, whoever the GM was?
Would you tattoo a teardrop on your face for $1 million?
No.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, how'd I do? Was this like a scoring
thought it was
system?
good.
Well,
That's
let's.
good.
Do you guys want to do any follow-ups?
Yeah, I have one
Yeah.
follow-up.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Let's go back to the one that you first said no to, the $10,000 to lick a homeless guy's foot. I assume you said guy? Is it a guy?
I said homeless person. You heard guy.
Well, 'cause I'm licking feet for $10K.
Yeah, me too, man.
If I can get in the World Series of Poker main event for free for licking a dude's foot, if it's for 30 minutes, hard pass. If it's for 30 seconds,
Yeah.
sure, I'll take the 10K.
You just go
Boy, I
Ace
don't know,
Ventura
man.
on it when he finds out Einhorn is
heel,
again.
Exactly.
No.
Just crying game for the rest of the
It's
week.
not worth it. You know, there are things there are diseases and things that you can get that stay in your mouth for a long time.
Good point. He's being real.
FTDs.
You're being real, brother.
Brilliant, Zach. That's funny.
Is
Athlete's tongue.
this a homeless person that is given to me, or do I select them from a group?
No, we get to select.
Given.
Yeah, there's
But you have to,
it's like,
you trafficking?
How long do you get?
You just have to. You have a place at the table, and we bring it to you.
there's Corey with this homeless person.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh,
His
man.
hawk said on Friday he's
Mine
a serial
now.
killer. Yeah, it's gonna be like those traditional sushi places where the naked woman's on the table.
Yeah, but
You
it's
eat
a
this-
homeless
But
feet.
it's a homeless guy
Yeah,
with his
and
feet.
it's heel to big toe, by the way.
Was it in a shoe, or was this a
This is-
barefoot
I don't
individual?
know. In a shoe.
We'll figure that out.
It was
I
in a
mean,
shoe, yeah. There was
I don't know. We might need to find a homeless person. I mean, it's $10,000.
Yeah, $10,000.
Do I have to? How do I ask this without?
Take your pants down? No, but you can if you'd like.
No.
Do I have to sensually lick this person's
Oh,
foot,
my
or
God.
just
I don't know that there's
technically
another way
lick
to
it?
do it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Well, there's like
I think
the
you
way
have-
a cat would clean a foot, and there's the way Rex Ryan would suck toes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
good
think
point,
I think
good
you have to
point.
lean towards the fetish style.
No,
Eye
see,
contact.
I'm not interested in that. If it's just for cosmetic cleaning, making
Yeah.
it look good,
Oh, yeah.
I'll give it the best 30 seconds I have for 10K.
Okay. Noted.
Anybody else? Who else is doing it for 10K?
$10,000 is a lot of money.
It is.
30 seconds, I'm in. If it's a significant amount of time, then no
I'm
thanks.
not going to lie to you, Ben. I was in until you said about the mouth-borne diseases thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah. Because I don't need
I mean,
that.
yeah, you can absolutely get some sores
Yeah,
from that. And not only that, if they were walking around barefoot and they're stepping in excrement.
Yeah, there's excrement.
God, that's
What if it's just the
mainstream.
top of the foot, not the bottom of the foot?
No.
No sores. No.
What if it's a lady?
Knock
You know
yourself
what?
out.
I know you guys are thinking that she's going to be super hot,
No.
but it doesn't change a thing.
I don't know.
Would you do it for $10,000?
Well, his
I have to go to
ATM
the
limit
ATM.
is much less than that. Can you give him a couple of days to round up the cash?
Of all time.
Will you take a check?
I have to go to the. I don't think I think that's over my limit. It's such a great fit.
Ben?
Yeah.
I have a follow-up question.
Sure.
When you were let go by the Rams, was that in the middle of the season? In the season?
It was. It was a few days after my birthday.
How did that feel?
December.
That had to suck.
It felt kind of relieving.
Okay, I wondered about that.
It was. I mean, it was not easy. I mean, it was the first time I've been fired from anything. Right. I knew it was possibly coming.
How did you know?
Oh, I mean, I was inactive for, I don't know, the last 6 games or whatever. No. And so it was hard to take.
I bet. Yeah.
But I mean, certainly some tears involved, but I knew when I got back to my apartment, I'm like, this is for the best. I didn't fit here. They clearly, it was not a match made in heaven.
All right. So were you pretty sure, whether it was the Rams or somebody else, were you pretty sure that was going to be your last season, no matter what?
Season, yeah.
All right. So is there a small part of you, even though you're wasting your last football year, is there a small part of you going like, all right, they're not playing me, but you go back to your hotel room and at least the check is cashing, right? Yeah. Part of you's got to be like, they're paying me so much money and I'm not even playing. This is kind of fun as well, right?
Yeah.
Is there a part of you at least that thinks that? A
part of me was like, okay, the check and the money's still good, but I don't know. There's still a lot of shame and disappointment involved.
Sure.
It's like I don't know. I never played football for the money part of it. That was always just kind of like a byproduct of doing it. So like, I really prided myself on just playing the game at a high level and like challenging myself every day, and knowing that I was falling short of that for a lot of different reasons. It wasn't easy to take. I mean, I didn't like it.
That's weird though, because that's got to be all internal pressure, right? Because I think from the outside, I don't think I think everybody that looked at your situation probably was like, well, yeah, Ben's at the end of his career. If he can get another paycheck, good for him. Right. But it's all that disappointment or embarrassment or shame is all internal, right? I don't think that was projected by anybody.
No, probably
Can't
not.
blame you for taking
probably
the money.
not. But you live in your own head.
Of course.
So like you can't ever, you would never think about it. Like you would never push yourself or be motivated if you always took yourself out of the present and looked at the bigger picture and tried to find perspective in everything, in every challenging situation. Because then you'd be like, oh, well, maybe I don't have it as bad, so I don't have to push myself as hard. Or I don't, I think that you can always justify and minimize maybe your situation when you look at the global perspective. And I don't think that's how you grow. So like I had to kind of be in the suck of it, Right. But the thing is, like, I knew going into it, the thing that I regret about that year is just the fact that I passed up the Seahawks, who had a similar deal. They clearly put a lot more investment into me as a player, just because of the way they handled my visit. I mean, they sat down with me and there's like, here, this is how we're going to use you. This is what we think you're good at. This is where, so they had a role for me. And I just thought at the time, Tavares was not going to be my starting quarterback again. And they did not look like a team on the rise. And Sam Bradford and the Rams did. And so I chose the Rams over them. And the Rams really, their whole defensive staff had it was a GM hire, not a head coach hire. Mm-hmm. And that's a big difference.
So in a weird way, you should have been more selfish, right? Because you thought like team success when actually your individual success would have been greater in Seattle.
I thought I never wanted to be on a losing team at that point in time. Like, I don't want to go through a terrible losing team. And those seasons are always really hard. So I'm like, I want to go to the team that's going to probably go to the playoffs and have better success. Ergo, I thought I would have success with them and be along for the ride and contribute. And I think it was completely the opposite. And I actually think in hindsight, I probably could have squeezed out a second year in Seattle versus just having an awful year in St. Louis and just saying, I'm done with this S.
I don't know if you know
I'm
this.
tired of this.
I know a little something about what would happen.
Do you?
I do. You'd have gone in for a tackle right near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
You'd have been knocked out. And when you woke up, your right leg would have been pointing in the wrong direction, and your penis would have been laying beside you on the turf.
Jesus.
Wow. Did Tommy tackle you?
I'm so glad you went to the Rams.
Yeah.
Because you think that great things might happen if you went to Seattle. But I'm going to tell you, we would have had to reattach your penis. And when I say we, I was on the medical team.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, for Seattle back then.
When did the grain auger hit the field?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, why did I get twisted up and mangled in some sort of farm accident?
Jerome Bettis hit you real hard. He hit you so hard your penis fell off.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Okay, and broke your leg. Worst pain there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about your penis.
So
sorry about your Peyronie's disease.
So there you go. That's what would have happened.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
That's
you always kind of look at the bright side of things. Like, it would have been so glorious and sunshine all the time. But you're right. I probably
that's what your brain does, brother.
Yeah.
Were you ever sitting in that hotel room in St. Louis, inactive, going like, I just instead of going through this hell with the Rams, I would rather be just licking homeless people's feet for money.
I didn't think about that a lot.
Because if it's just about the money, I'll just lick a foot and go home.
Right.
No, you know what was scary about my apartment in St. Louis? It was haunted.
Go on.
Tell me about it, brother.
Yeah, listen.
For real, it was haunted.
Oh, for
Let's
real?
Go. Come on.
Okay.
I want to hear it. For real. Don't listen to him. I want to hear it.
Corey, don't look at me
Please go on.
Don't judge me like that.
Come on, I want to hear it.
You wouldn't lick a homeless person's foot for $10K.
So this apartment complex, I believe, was in, not that it matters, in Clayton, outside of St. Louis. It was home to, it was a retirement home that they did month to month. So in doing that, you get a lot of old people that probably just don't have a lot of time left, and they can go month to month, and the family's like, cool, when they die, we'll just stop writing the checks, and we just rip up the lease. But a lot of the Rams players live there, and a lot of the Cardinals baseball players live there because they could just go month to month. And it was centrally located. Well, we had an ambulance there basically every day just hauling off dead people. Okay? Dead people dying left and right.
My God.
So I'm guessing that my apartment probably had several people that died in there. So, Corey, there probably were spirits that were stuck in that building.
Of course, they have to be stuck.
They have to be. Hey, just go with the story, okay?
Don't you worry with them. You stay with me. I'm with you.
Not that Beetlejuice, the other one.
So I wasn't home. I was on an away trip, and Abby was down there. They had just gotten there November 1st. And so my daughter, Ames, who was 4 at the time. So 4-year-olds, they can see dead people. They see things that we don't see. Everywhere. So she's facing the hallway, and my wife has her back to the hallway. And down the hallway, so my daughter does one of these, looks around my wife to the side. And Abby's like, what are you looking at? She turns around. And she goes there's a man that just walked into my bedroom. And Abby's like, what? She's like, yeah. And she's like, what did you see? And she's like, he walked from that way to that way. So basically from the bathroom across the hall into her bedroom. Ooh. So then Abby gets up and she's like, well, that's some bitch. I'm going to get that guy. So she gets up and very small apartment, takes a few steps and is like, there's nobody here. Nobody in the bedroom, nobody in the bathroom, nowhere. So that's the story.
See?
One of my favorite moves that Sauce does is when he does the new dealer bit, when he shows the cameras his hands case closed. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. New dealer.
Yeah. So then, the interrogation started what did you see? And she's like, there was just a man. He just walked into my bedroom. She couldn't describe him. It was just happened so fast. Yeah, it was a dead person.
I have audio of it.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is, there was a spectrometer that recorded audio at your apartment that night. Here's what was recorded.
Me so horny.
Oh, God. Oh,
Mark. It would not surprise me.
Oh, no.
You know when audio? He passes, he is going to haunt this place.
He's going to, yes. Yeah.
Probably naked.
Anything else?
What else did he say?
Yeah.
It's easy to choke on that stuff.
That's how he died.
Yep. A popover.
Oh. You're obsessed.
Hadn't happened to him yet.
Yeah, it hasn't happened to him yet.
Hey, tell me about, real quick, though.
Yeah.
You had magic mushrooms?
Sure.
Tell me about that. How is it? Did you like it?
Best time. One of the best nights of my life.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was for my buddy's bachelor party. I almost said bachelorette party. Bachelor party. All right. And I suppose in this day and age, you could have that if you wanted to.
Yeah, of course.
No big deal.
Yeah, whatever.
And so his brother was involved in growing them. And so it was all just planned out. And his brother, sort of in a very culinary fashion, called us all the way up from the basement where we're playing pool and card games and drinks and had the dining room table all laid out with placeholders. and had everybody's portion.
Wow.
Just kind of like he did all the math and making sure everybody got the appropriate amount. And so we did it. And it was the best night of my life, and I've never laughed so hard. And it was the coolest. It was the coolest trip I've ever been on.
Nothing scary at all.
Nothing scary at all. Although I think the way I understand it is like it definitely plays off the mood that you're in. Like if you're in a dark mood, probably not the best time to take them.
Got it.
If you're in a sunshine, let's have fun mood. Like my face hurt from laughing and smiling. So
No better feeling in the world.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. No other thing like that has ever done that. Alcohol doesn't do that to me. THC does not do that to me.
Have you done it since?
Sure.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought it was a one-time deal. I was going to say, wow. And was it as good the next time?
Not quite as good the next time because the people I was with, a couple of the people weren't having a great time on it.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of brought the whole mood down. It's like, you're ruining it.
Yeah, that ain't the word. That ain't right.
She's an actress.
Oh,
I'd like to try
the ghost
it.
is back.
I'd like to try it, but I am worried about the bad trip.
I would definitely do it in a contained space,
Sauce's Cabin. Yeah.
Although it was fun because when they say like your senses are all heightened, like we went out to a bar and all that other stuff, and you really could. Corey probably won't believe this. You really could. It felt like you could really understand and hear conversations that were across the room in a louded bar. It's like if your eyes diverted you to a couple people that were like 20 feet away in it's like I can hear what they're saying. Like I know what they're saying.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd love it. All right, I'll try it.
Ben, you have to go at like 8:30, so do you have to basically go now?
I basically
then?
probably just have to go.
Okay,
yeah,
buddy.
thanks for entertaining my stupid stories.
Oh,
I
okay.
love it. Are you kidding me?
All good.
Probably Power Trip calendar. I do think that I'll be out again on Thursday because my daughter's having another horse show and they fly out and all this.
That's HORSE.
Yeah, horse.
Yeah, horse show.
Is it a horse show?
And speaking of calendar, thank you for reminding me. We do have to make our musical list this week, guys. Don't forget.
God, I keep
Musical list got to
forgetting.
be done. Musical list.
Somebody
top
let
30.
Parrish know.
Let's do it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Love
Thanks,
you
Ben.
guys.
Love you,
Have a good
buddy.
one.
Bye.
All right, headlines next. Power Trip Morning Show fan.
The Fan.
Yeah.
The Power Hour continues at KFAN.com/watch. It's powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Thanks, Echo. Here we are. Final segment, Power Trip Morning Show. No Ben Leber. He gone. But we love him. Hey, Echo.
Yes, sir.
NHL referees won't have to scan cavernous Ohio Stadium to find a clock during Saturday's Stadium Series against Detroit and Columbus this past weekend. Obviously, is what I'm talking about. All they have to do is feel the vibrations on their wrist. The NHL, Apple, and Presidio created a system for real-time in-game situational notifications on their watch. So it starts counting down by buzzing as they get close to power plays ending or the period ending.
Yeah, they started that program last fall, and I think it was 93.5% of the officials have adopted it now. Those who haven't, most of them, it's just because they can't find the right band. But yeah, it's a live clock on there. So you mentioned Ohio Stadium is a great stadium series between the Blue Jackets and Detroit, and it was kind of cool. They had Marty Smith in the crowd doing stuff, and but yeah, obviously, if you're an official and you want to know the time on the clock, all you have to do now is look at your wrist.
You said they can't find the right band for their wrist?
I guess that was the main.
What does that even mean?
So, like, there's different bands for Apple Watches.
Pearl Jam and
Right.
Yeah.
Beatles.
Yeah. So there's different bands.
You're talking about just comfort, that they just
Correct.
can't find ones that they're comfortable with.
Yes.
Jesus. I mean,
it's a physical job, Core.
Yeah, right. Core.
Yeah,
Why don't you go out there and officiate?
Yeah, I don't see you doing it.
Yeah, Core.
not a great skater.
The league is already considering other ways to use the technology as well. Part of the NHL Edge system tracks the stick and limb movements of
They've
players.
been edging for a while, actually.
Yeah. Stick and limb movements of players during the game. They said that the data isn't publicly available yet because we're still authenticating for accuracy and consistency from arena to arena. Once the NHL is satisfied with its accuracy, the NHL Watch Comms app might be able to alert an official that a puck has been contacted by a high stick.
Yeah. No, that would be great. And there's definitely other uses that, whether it's hockey or in football eventually, maybe this is something that works its way there where they can communicate quicker. The replay assist, they're talking about increasing that use. If the official just has to look down at his watch and see what if this is a first down or not someday, maybe. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting use of technology.
Speaking of that, Corey, check this out. Teleperformance SE, the largest call center operator on the planet, has come up with a way to mask the fact that it operates in India for customers calling for support. They're using AI to mask the accents of their operators.
So it's still an actual human being talking,
Yes.
but then they immediately kind of voice box it into somebody without an accent.
Which makes sense, and I know taking away the negative connotations of it, it helps to understand, right?
Sure.
If you're having a hard time understanding somebody, that would help, because I've had that issue in the past. I don't want to be rude to somebody because I can't speak but one language and just barely. But if I can't understand you, I get frustrated. What can you say, right? I kind of like that, huh?
Interesting.
Everybody be cool.
As long as it's a real person, sure.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I like it when you're talking to a real person technically, but they're clearly like playing a button bar. And so, like, if you ask them, like,
especially
are you
when it's
actually
Rosie,
real?
right?
And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it's Rosie.
Yeah, sorry, my cable broke down.
So,
But can we take requests? Like when you're calling that helpline then?
Yeah, see?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Can we ask for like Kermit?
Yeah, I don't
You know what I'm
think so.
saying? Like, why can't you just ask for whoever you want then?
Yeah.
Like, I would like Bobcat Goldthwait to help me with my TV.
He's actually here. He can help you.
Get on down to the St. Croix River, yeah.
So why do I have this like weird line through the middle of my screen? What do I?
That goes with the septum.
So what do I do then? Is this thing just screwed or?
Just take the day off, go home, and whack it.
No, I'm already home. And just whack the TV? Like hit it around?
No, you can do it here to break your thing.
I went to Cookie Monster.
And scene.
Hey, I'm having problems with my AI technology button. Can I get some help?
Where are they biting?
No, what?
Like, you know who I'd really like to call at this help center is Lars from Metallica. You know?
What's wrong with your TV?
That's just you.
Actually, I could hear it. I heard it.
There are times that your
it's
Lars
pretty
is
good,
dead on.
yeah.
That was pretty much just you.
I can talk about it with you.
Yeah, start with This Is Lars because that helps you get it set.
This is Lars from Metallica.
Yeah, my TV's busted, man.
How can I help you?
He's not listening. Lars.
I don't know how to fix this thing. It's got a line through the middle of it.
I would unplug it and then plug it back in.
It's like 6% good.
what was.
It's not zero.
What's this?
Chef's kiss?
And
What?
scene.
Oh, and scene. Okay.
Oh.
Can we ask one more person?
Yeah. Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric and the great people at wolfriverelectric.com. Go solar, just like I did in 2024. Make this year
We'll
the
never
year that you
forget.
throw some panels up there.
Hell yeah, man.
Solar panels, right on, man. The sunnier it out, the sunnier it is out, the better it is for me.
Lead singer of
bring the
Godsmack.
sun. That is very close, actually.
Is that his name?
Erna, yeah.
Oh.
Very close. Anyway, wolfriverelectric.com. Those guys are the best. All right. It happened again.
Oh, no.
No.
Damn it to hell. Straight to hell.
do?
Damn it all.
How do we prevent it from happening?
Son of a bitch. Way to go, Home Depot.
Yeah, Home Depot.
A guy in Michigan bought his dad a lottery ticket for his birthday.
Oh.
He said his dad used to buy tickets at a specific liquor store, so that's where he went to get him one. I'm going to go
I
to the
love
store that my
specific
dad
liquors.
specifically gets lottery tickets. I'm going to go get one.
You got a problem.
And then his dad won $1.1 million. Maybe that's what we're doing wrong. Because what we do is just go to the store and get lottery tickets and then they lose, right?
Yeah.
What we have to do is have the cashier either buy or hand us the wrong one, or we have to have like a charitable reason to be doing it, right? Like, oh, my cousin's dying, so I'm going to buy him some. And then he's going to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because it seems like every story that somebody wins, there's some kind of weird coincidence that happens. It's not just Frank walked in, bought a lottery ticket, and won $6 million. That doesn't happen.
No.
Can
Come
I
on,
be
Frank.
honest with you?
That would be great.
I have, like, at the gas station, let people go in front of me
Because of superstition?
because I'm hoping, like, that's like.
That's the story.
Yeah, that's the story. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if you letting that person go in front of you, they win, and you don't because they went first?
Doesn't
man.
work that way.
Why doesn't it work that way?
He's
if,
right.
If I go, then I'm not going to win. To me, the only way that ticket's a winner is if I am the one who moves. It's not logical. It's not at all. There's no basis of reality in it. It's just
It's what you do.
when you're a gambler, you lose a little bit of sanity.
God, gambling whales.
Some people
Yeah.
do. You're very calculated on it.
I spent most of my weekend trying to figure out when and where I'm going to gamble the rest of the year.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I got a handful in the hopper.
Anybody like gambling with anybody, like friends or just all?
Well, sure, poker friends.
Do you have friends?
Yeah, dozens. We got a good community here.
Do you friends
we're gonna do the bet again this year, correct? That Minnesota wins a bracelet at the WSOP. I lost you last year.
Yeah, I'll
Back
bet
in.
anything. We have a golf bet a week from Wednesday.
Is that right?
Yeah, the Players Championship.
So what are we betting though for the WSOP?
$100?
100?
Sure.
I'm willing to go more if you are.
No, $100 is fine.
All right. So I have the state of Minnesota. You have them going over.
Yeah.
When does this start?
End of May.
Okay. Can we go on a gambling trip?
Yeah, Hawks.
Just the two of us or all of us?
All of us.
Sure, let's go right now.
Where do you want to go?
Wait, weren't we going
Wherever.
to drive to a casino like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, we were. Oh, is that still on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's tomorrow, isn't it?
It's supposed to be tomorrow, Tuesday. Yeah,
Like after the show.
yeah, yeah. Mars and I are going to do it. We're going to drive on down to Lake
Martin's passed away.
Gitchigumi.
Where?
You heard what I said?
According to NASA,
Ah,
the brightest spot on Earth from space is...
my butthole.
Oh, my God. Say that again.
According to NASA, the brightest spot on Earth from space
Yep.
is...
Las
The
Vegas,
Luxor.
Nevada, or Hong Kong, or Hong Kong.
Could be Tokyo
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Tokyo.
or New York,
I bet it's Vegas.
but I would say it's Vegas, right?
The equator.
Vegas is the right answer.
Thank you.
The Vegas Strip.
How much does the Luxor play into that? Because that thing is
100%.
bright.
Man.
Shoots right up at the
Who
sky.
loves that hotel?
Who doesn't?
I don't mind the Luxor. The
Yeah,
Luxor.
Luxor's
I
not
liked
bad.
it
It's a
20
good
years ago
value.
when I
It's
first
not
started
bad.
going there. It was about as cheap as you could get.
Yeah, it still
And,
is.
and it still is.
It's
yeah.
still dirt cheap, and there's a reason, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't mind the
don't
Luxor.
you dare!
It's
How
not-
dare you?
I've stayed at the
good
Luxor.
pizza.
I've stayed at the Excalibur. The Excalibur has character.
It sure as hell does.
No,
But,
the Excalibur
singing.
is terrible.
The Luxor's good enough for what you get.
I like a place where there's toenails from the prior guest hanging on the floor.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, character.
Yeah.
Character, baby.
Yeah, Legionnaire's disease.
That's
just
right.
a little character.
Yeah,
Man, you know
correct.
what?
Would you rather lick a homeless person's foot or the carpet at Excalibur?
A homeless person.
Homeless person's foot, and it's not even close.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
I'm with
interesting.
Core.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yucky.
This is a random stat that I saw today in our little prep service, and I don't know what I think about it. It's just a stat.
Let's hear it.
What's the oldest planet in our solar system? I just think the logic of what you guess is interesting because I don't even know what logic I would use.
I would say the farthest one. I guess.
I can try to do logic here.
That's what I want to hear.
Okay, so if you all the planets were basically like an explosion, right? So the oldest, I would say,
What do you mean all planets were an explosion?
like the whole Big Bang, right? It
Well,
was
that's not
this.
that's not where all planets
The
came
TV
from.
show?
Planets are just
Great TV show, right?
collisions over the last
Well, that's what I'm
13
saying. So
billion
it's
years, but
collision-
not all from the
I
original
know, but
Big
it's
Bang.
initial explosion, and then
Then
as
stuff hits in.
so you're talking
yeah,
about the oldest one in our solar
in
system.
our
So-
solar system.
I mean, Mercury's first, but if you throw something and then something explodes from it, the one furthest is the first person. So I would say Neptune.
Wait, so our sun exploded?
No, things exploded off the sun.
Whoa.
Things exploded off
and
the
then
sun?
that's what set the.
See, this is why I asked.
And the
Yeah.
sun. Mercury would be my guess.
I'm going to go with Neptune.
Pluto.
Pluto's not technically a planet anymore, is it?
Doesn't matter. The answer is Jupiter.
Really?
I knew it.
How?
Hi.
Hello.
I don't know. It's the biggest, but that's why I wanted to see if You guessed the smallest, the closest, the furthest, the biggest. I guess Jupiter's the oldest.
This is what's great about AI now. You can just ask that question and it'll tell you right away.
But is it telling you the truth, or is it trying to get you to kill somebody?
Right. Or is it telling you that
bit of
stuff
both.
exploded off of the sun?
It likely formed very early on, within the first million years after the sun's formation, due to the large mass allowing it to quickly gather material. Like, how do they all know this, man?
Because they're smarter than us.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
A couple of celebrity deaths in the last week in the music world. When I saw that David Johansen had died, I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, man.
But then
How
they
you
said,
feeling?
that is Buster Poindexter. And I'm like, oh, I know that name.
Yep.
Did not know that, that was kind of like an alter ego or something. Didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Yep.
So Buster Poindexter dead in the
I'm
last
the
handful of
ghost.
days. And then Angie Stone died in a car accident on Saturday.
Yeah. 63 or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Goodness sakes.
Yuck.
Yeah. Yep. And the guy from Badfinger died too, right?
Is that right?
Yeah, I think I thought I read that.
Speaking of deaths, this is depressing, but I'm sure you guys have heard the details. I think we briefly talked about this on Friday, but Gene Hackman had a pacemaker, and it apparently showed that he died on February 17th, which was 9 days before their bodies were found.
Yeah.
Which, a couple of things. One, I had no idea that pacemakers had dates and could track that. And two, is there a way of those things alerting device,
Like a life alert?
Right.
Yeah.
Like my heart stopped and I can't get up.
You would think.
Yeah, it's all in an app, right? You'd think.
Who knows? Maybe they weren't very tech savvy because, unfortunately, according to the story, there were no cameras inside or outside the property to aid in the investigation.
Not smart.
I'm a little surprised somebody that famous has no video security system when most of us do.
Yeah, correct.
Right? I got 1 billion cameras
Well,
in case
lot
your
of it, your
hooligans
bedroom.
come
you're
over.
into voyeurism.
Yeah, you like to film yourself getting it
Yeah.
on.
So,
Yeah, you like to watch yourself fornicate.
So?
Yeah, that's what he said. I just said it different.
Well, yeah.
yeah, you just used a different word.
I watch game film.
Yeah.
The Oscars were last night. The Best Picture went to Honora. Best Actor,
Which one?
Adrian Brody from The Brutalist. Best Actress went to Mikey Madison from Honora. Best Supporting Actor, Kieran Culkin. What a career that guy's had the
good.
last 5 or 6
Fuller,
years.
man.
Yep.
Well,
And
life
obviously,
imitating art with that whole thing with him and Jeremy Strong. And
sure.
he got it, and Jeremy looked very disappointed.
A little real life Succession for you. Yep. So he won for A Real Pain. Zoe Saldana won for Amelia Perez. Like the way that they all said it last night. Perez. Sean Baker, Best Director for Honora. He also won Best Screenplay for Honora. Best Animated Film went to Flow.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's the one above the cat, I guess.
Oh.
Best Visual Effects,
I thought it was
Dune
about
Part
the
2.
waitress.
Or the defensive
Excuse me,
coordinator for the
Flo.
Minnesota
Yeah,
Vikings.
brilliant.
Best Hair and Makeup went to The Substance.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Crazy.
The scene where, I knew nothing about that film other than, Hawk, you said there's a ton of nudity in it.
There's nothing but nudity.
Then when they show that the creature that she turns into, I was like, geez, Becky.
Yeah, cheese, Becky.
So, yeah, I know nothing about it. But I thought she was going to win.
Me too.
I thought it was going to be like...
I think we all did, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a legacy
A
win.
legacy win.
Yeah.
Which isn't fair, but it happens all the time.
of course.
She was great in it too. I mean,
Like a lot of people think Leo won as a legacy win, right? That he was great in The Revenant, but that wasn't his best work. But you got to give him one eventually.
Yeah, Leo's got to win one,
Julie Bowen's birthday today.
oh, let's go.
60.
Yeah, that's a good guess. Yeah, 60.
Happy Gilmore came out in 97?
6, I think.
6, yeah.
So she would have been probably mid-20s. So, yeah. I'd say that. About 60. 55.
See, there you go. 55 is the right answer.
Yeah.
You did the right math that she was around mid-20s when Happy Gilmore came out. She's 55
She's
today.
my age.
Citigroup accidentally credited a customer's account.
Go ahead.
It was supposed to be $280.
Come on now.
They accidentally credited this customer's account with... Take a shot. An unguessable number, but just think about it for a second. What would make the news? It would make the news. It's supposed to be $280.
Yeah.
I mean, if
$2.8 million.
yeah, $280 billion.
280,000.
81 trillion.
Oh my God.
Okay. Well,
81.
does he get to keep it?
Yeah, did he go Joe Nelson on it? And
It's
spend
still
it all?
one of my favorite stories ever. That Joe Nelson accidentally got somebody else's bonus,
Yeah.
and in one weekend spent it all. And they were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, the company accidentally gave you somebody else's bonus. We're gonna need that money back." And he's like, "How'd he spend it?
I bought golf clubs.
How'd he spend it?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
But why did you think you got that money? I don't know. It was in my check. I just spent it.
That's mine. What are you talking about?
And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna need that money back."
I'm with him.
Zoinks. I'm with him, too.
I have, I could ask my brother. My brother's in banking, but I wonder is there any kind of fault here, or is there obviously the customer can't say, well, now you owe me 81 trillion. It was in my account. That's mine.
Yeah.
But is there any kind of legal recourse
question.
where you could say, like, look, that was in my account. For example, if this person had gone Joe Nelson on it and sees 81 trillion in their bank
And
account
just went
and just
nuts.
quickly buys 3 houses, what happens?
It's a great question because
Because it's common sense is it's not your money. Give the
Right.
houses back.
Yeah, right.
But what if it's in your account for 3 or 4 or 5 or
Right.
6 days and you go to Vegas and have the
Right.
best time ever? Then they
Yeah.
say you owe us $6 million. Well, it was my money.
right. What if you immediately quit or just went to the bank, took the money out, and closed the account, and then just went into hiding?
There's
I don't
probably
know.
something in the terms and
Yeah, there's
No
conditions.
doubt.
Yeah,
I'm sure
for
the
sure.
bank has a ton of protection. My
course.
My best
But, like-
guess is that you don't have the rights to a dime of it, but I still just wonder if there's something this person could do.
Is it different if they hand you the wrong briefcase, and one briefcase has $1 billion in it, and the other one has $100?
Who's handing you these
I don't know.
briefcases?
And what a waste of money
I don't
for
know,
a
maybe
bank.
you go
Is
to
this a drug deal
you go
going
to
on?
a safe deposit box thing or whatever. I don't mean that's a briefcase, but you go and they give you the wrong one. You're going for 1,000 and they give you the wrong envelope, and you go off and you're in the next state over. Do you have to bring that back?
I don't know. This is a hypothetical that I'm struggling to
Bring
follow.
it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how it
Kind of,
is.
yeah.
No.
According to a new poll, 33% of Americans have a partner who has admitted to cheating on a board game or card game in the past. Here's why I think this is funny. On Saturday, my wife says, "You want to play Scrabble or something?" I go, "Sure, whatever, let's go." And I dropped the word quiz on a triple word score, so it was 63 points or something.
Sick brag.
Right.
You're so good at games.
No. But here's the thing. As you know, she doesn't want to keep track of score. I'm the scorekeeper. So at the end of it, I won by 80 points. Well, almost all of them were in that word.
Yeah.
So when the game's over, she's like, "What's the final score?" And I was like, I had this and you had this. And she goes, "Are you sure?" And I go, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "How did you win by that much?" I'm like, "Quiz is worth 60 something points. It's a
Yeah.
triple word." "Are you sure?" So she didn't say, "Are you cheating?" But
Yeah.
I could feel it in her voice. "Are you sure you did the math right? Are you sure you really won?"
Yeah. And
So-
now a year from now, she'll ask you to play games again.
Right. But
Once a year.
I go, "Do you think I would cheat heads up against you at Scrabble?"
I doubt. I hope not.
But I would hope not as well.
I don't think you would find any pleasure in that.
I would not.
No.
That is the correct
that would
answer.
drive
What's-
you more insane than she
100%.
would.
What's the
Yeah.
point of cheating? Who
There-
cares?
no,
what do you
there is,
gain in
yeah.
Scrabble if you cheat? Yeah. So anyway, I didn't, but she definitely was hinting that she thought I might have.
I mean,
And not cheating in the game. She just thought I maybe,
Cheated scoring.
cheated at the scoring
Yeah.
part of it. Right. I'm not peeking at letters when I'm looking into
No.
the bag. It's just she thought I did the math incorrectly on purpose.
Can I give you some numbers since we're talking about math?
Yeah.
WWE legends, 2 of them among the 20 highest paid actors in Hollywood for 2024.
The Rock's got to be one of
The
them.
Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, $103 million in gross earnings.
it's either Cena or Batista.
Those are the other 2 big actors. I would say Cena.
Cena it is, number 16, $30 million in gross earnings. Good for those two.
I don't follow wrestling, but obviously I have the internet. It sounds like it was a huge deal that Cena turned heel over the last handful of days. He's a bad guy now. And the wrestling world was like, what is happening? A lot of F-bombs dropped. Our guy, Chef Reactions, was
he pissed?
Taken aback that Cena turned.
Speaking of turned, do you know who Ryan Peake is? Golfer?
No.
Okay, he celebrated a life-changing moment as he won the New Zealand Open and qualified for the 2025 Open Championship. The reason I'm bringing this up is because he was convicted of assault at the age of 21 as a member of a biker gang in Australia and has turned his life around, and now he's a pro golfer.
I don't know a lot of biker gang members who also golf.
Yeah, you should see the guy. He's a badass-looking dude, man.
Can't go on this little mission here. I got to play 36 holes today.
Right. It's like sometimes you see bikers like Dave Dahl, the weather guy.
Yeah.
Like wears leather and likes motorcycles.
Yeah, me too.
So sometimes you see weathermen turn into bikers. I don't think a lot of bikers are going, I'm tired of all this shenanigans and hooliganism. Right. I'm going to go learn meteorology. Yeah, right? It doesn't go the other way.
It does not go the other way.
Yeah. That's what Chris What's-His-Face did.
Schaefer.
Yeah, he's a full-on prostitute.
Was he really?
Yeah, he quit and decided to become a weatherman.
Wow. Let me ask you a question. If you guys had to be right for $1 million,
number two.
If you're wrong, you lose like $100K. So it's like a 10-to-1 ratio. Think Dave Dahl's ever cut someone? You know what I'm saying? Like rolling around on his motorcycle.
Sure.
And then some words are exchanged, and he just cut somebody.
It says, does Dave Dahl need a cut of...
Exactly. He goes full on Wayne Brady.
I think he throws down. I just don't think he uses weapons. I think he goes fist to face.
So Dave has punched somebody.
Yeah.
On a bike or off the bike?
I think he says use your fist, not your mouth.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Tommy's said that before.
This, again, does not add... this doesn't help my serial killer case, but I kind of hope Dave's cut somebody.
Yeah,
in
I
the
knew
past.
it. You are a problem.
Yeah, you need help.
You are a problem.
I just like to know that a guy that's all buttoned up and he's got a nice suit on and he's telling me about the weather
Now you're turned on by
is
Dave Dahl.
capable of killing someone.
Give some of a 5-finger forecast.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Okay. All right. I can give you the 5-finger forecast.
Your mic's
It's got to hurt a
on.
little bit.
My God.
Dave, if you're listening, email me or tweet me if you've ever sliced somebody up.
And email me if you want to go cutting.
Wow.
Yeah, Chris likes motorcycles.
Let's do it, man.
Dave, you bring the knife.
Yeah.
Chris will bring the bike. This show is not great, but it's over. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 until 9. 9 to noon is next.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abba Dabba. I love you. Have a great day, baby. Sunshine.